Hi, we're coming to you from the International Hobby Expo. It's an awesome place for the aspiring hobbyists. They have everything from A to Z. It's a show you do not want to miss, so don't go away. Hi, I'm standing here with Ken Schlafelt, who is the owner of Badger Airbrush Incorporated. And I am so excited to have you here at the iHobby because the iHobby has so many wonderful displays and products. And, you know, I really like what you guys got here over here. You got airbrushes and paints. And tell us about your company and how long you've been in the business and just what you guys are showcasing this weekend.
Well, Badger Airbrush is a leading manufacturer of airbrushes. We make them all here in the United States. And we surround that core product of airbrush with a lot of products like paints and compressors and accessories that make airbrushing easier for the users of airbrushes. We've been in business for 47 years. We just enjoy what we do and finding out how to better enable end users of airbrushes succeed in the usage of our product. Airbrush is used in almost every regard that you'll see at iHobby, whether it's painting Lexan bodies in the RC car field, weathering model trains in the model railroad field, camouflaging or detailing fine-scale models that military people build, or even prototype finishing on a new out-of-the-box model that someone's built and then wants to put the proper finish on it. So there is very little in the hobby field that airbrush isn't used in some way. Our newest airbrush is the Chrome. It's a segment of the Renegade series, which we introduced about 3 years ago. But what makes the Chrome unique to this particular event is that we were assisted in the design by fine-scale modelers, so it's very relevant to their applications in detailing and camouflaging their models. And this is a high-end detail airbrush. This is for the fine-scale modeler who's doing German Luftwaffe camouflage patterns, running rust lines off of rivets. Here you have your trigger limitation screw, which enables you to set lines to 1/1000th of an inch with a micrometer setting that has a reference line so you can always come back to that pattern later. You have a finger thumb rest that creates a very comfortable feel between the thumb and the middle finger, guiding the index finger up to the trigger. The Chrome also features a large well, so depending on the scale you're working in, you can utilize a little bit more paint if the project's a little bit larger and you want to do a little bit more maybe than just the detail element of it. It's an airbrush that produces hairlines because it produces very fine dots, actually below 100 microns, which is as fine a dot that we are aware of in the airbrush marketplace at this current time.
You guys have a host of paints already, but this is some new paints that you're showcasing to the iHobby. Can you tell us about these?
Yeah, this is our new RC Air paint. This is designed for radio control painters, guys who are doing Lexan car bodies and things of that nature. It's a little bit different than our Model Flex product, which is very popular for styrene surfaces such as model trains and fine-scale military models and stuff of that nature. RC Air's got a little more vibrancy and brilliance to the color palette that's there, and it's a little bit different formulation designed for adhesion to Lexan and some of the rough topsy-turvy handling that those type of models will get when they're being raced and stuff of that nature. So this is our first track down the path in Lexan paint.
Well, obviously you have many colors that many people can work with. It suits everyone's needs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very, it's a bold, brilliant line. The RC guys are really into the radical element of model finishing, where you get into your neon pinks and your iridescent colors and stuff of that nature. So we've addressed that that flavor of finishing in this particular paint line.
Now, I know you from Family Ties,
Exactly.
and it's great to have you here with us at the iHobby.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Now, one thing that I think is really interesting, because we're over at the Badger Airbrush, you're very good at modeling with the railroad here. You do
Right.
stuff with airbrushes.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, most people know me as part of this Family Ties family, but I'm also part of the modeler family, and specifically railroad models. And for years, I have used airbrushes for painting and weathering models, and I'm here to say it's not as difficult as people think it is.
Right.
It's a great part of the hobby. Even if you buy ready-to-run kits, you can finish these kits to make them far more realistic with airbrushing, just fading paints or putting special effects on them.
All right, here, would you like to show us here what you do?
Yeah. Here, for example, is an out-of-the-box kit, and somewhat shiny and new. And here is some of what you can do with that kit with a little airbrushing and weathering. So you see, it makes a huge difference. It's not all that difficult. This was done with if I'm not mistaken, a water-based paint too. So you've got no harmful solvents. And Modelflex is a great paint. I've used it myself. And so this is some of the results you get. Basically, you're taking toys and making them into realistic models, and it's not that difficult. You just got to like everything else. Like getting up on ice skates, you've got to get up and skate, get that airbrush in your hand, get an entry-level brush if you want to, get going with it, try it, make a few mistakes, buy an inexpensive model kit. Go to the, I always say to people, go get a $2 or $3, go on the remainder table, go to a swap meet and get something really cheap you can practice on until you get it right. And Badger, I know, and other people have airbrush DVDs too, how-tos. So it's a great thing. It's a great tool, and I highly recommend it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I don't know a lot about it, but you guys are informing me and hopefully the viewing audience.
Did I get that right, boss?
I think it's absolutely correct. The only thing we can't teach you is the practice part. And that's where Michael's talking about. Get it in your hand, play with it. I tell people paint pop cans and shampoo bottles. And, if you don't want to spend that $2 or $3 on the model kit, then you graduate to the $2 or $3 kit. Then you graduate to your layout pieces and stuff like that. But he's absolutely correct.
Well, Ken, it's been great to have you here at the iHobby Expo. I learned a little bit more about Badger Airbrush.
Well, we're glad to be here. We're proud of what we do, glad that we do it here in the United States. And we love events like this where we can tell people about Badger Airbrush Company and how they can use our products in their modeling experience.
Well, it looks like we have a visitor.
Yeah, looks like everyone wants to get into airbrushing, even Frankie.
I guess so. I'm standing here with Andy Smith, who's with Professor Motor. Tell me about what you have showcased here at the iHobby.
Thanks for coming, Tammy. I appreciate the visit very much. We're slot car nuts, and we're into really entertaining people with the fun of slot car racing. Myself, I've been a slot car racer since 1961, so this is my anniversary. I've been a slot car nut for 50 years. We now run a company called Professor Motor in Livonia, Michigan, right outside the Motor City of Detroit. We've been running that since 1999. We have a very big showroom there, 12,000 square feet, and 10 employees running the business, and we have 277 dealers worldwide. Ship all over the world every week. It's a lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit more about slots for someone who's just getting started into being interested in slots, like myself or someone coming to the iHobby. Fill us in about how it all works.
Well, slot car racing is an electric-powered toy where you run those around a track, and they make them in different sizes. There's an HO size, which is only a couple inches long, 1/43 size, which is a little bigger. The most popular size today is 1/32, and that's the most of what we sell. And then also there's 1/24, which is the really big size.
What is this one right here?
What we have today is a 1/32 scale electric layout with a couple of cars that we built. Those actually are made from Mattel toys, but we sell a beautiful chassis called the Plafit chassis that comes out of Japan. So we can put a Plafit chassis underneath a Mattel toy body and make a beautiful slot car out of it. We also take these Disney Cars toys and we run birthday parties with them at our retail shop, Lightning Speedway in Livonia, Michigan.
I'm sure the kids enjoy that.
Yeah, the Disney Cars thing is a real big hit.
Now here's the obvious question. How do you control these cars?
Well, Tammy, that's an area that we really specialize in. We make an electronic control device. We manufacture them right in Michigan, and we ship them all over the world. They're extremely popular. This is a typical sample. This one has got some really neat features. It's got variable brakes, it's got variable sensitivity, and it's got a beautiful Lexan case that'll never break. These will take a lot of punishment. And it's all electronic, solid state, transistorized. And the neat thing is you can run any scale car with this. We make a wide range of those, from very inexpensive ones that plug into a home set to very sophisticated ones for the very sophisticated racer.
Now how about these tires?
The tires for us are one of the main products in our business. We manufacture two major brands of tires, but all of our tires are fantastic performers. Those slip right on the wheels of the standard car in less than 60 seconds, and they get you about half a second a lap improvement in lap time, which is great for the customers and makes it great for our dealers to sell also. The other neat things about these is these don't degrade with time and temperature. The normal rubber tires that are on the car normally stock, those will dry out and lose traction, where the silicone rubber ones that we manufacture, those will never dry out. They'll keep their nice rubbery texture and good traction performance for life. And I'm just going to show you how easy it is to put one of our high-performance set of tires on this car. Basically, with your fingers, you don't require any tools. You can just pop the original tire off, and you can take the replacement tires, and they just pop right in place on the standard wheels. And the nice thing about the high-performance tires that we sell is they have rounded sidewalls just like a real tire, so they look very, very realistic. And the performance advantage is tremendous with these.
Now what do you have here?
Well, Tammy, this is one of the major brands that we represent here in the U.S. market. We're exclusive distributors for the NSR brand. The NSR brand is a 1/32 size slot car, and these are exclusively made 100% in Italy. Very high performance product.
Well, I'm so glad I stopped by your booth. I learned a lot more about slot car racing, and you know what? I'm not going to pull that trigger as hard next time.
Well, Tammy, I think you did a good job for your first race, and we appreciate you coming by. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, I am standing here with Matthew Wells, who is owner of Scale Motorsport at the iHobby Expo. Matthew, I am just interested to find out about what you have here at the iHobby.
Great. Well, Scale Motorsport is all about building, and we promote the activity of building high-end details into model cars. We've developed a full wheel package for Revell's new 1/12 scale Ford GT500. The design of the wheels are the classic American torque thrust wheel. It comes with an extensive photo etch set, and carbon fiber decals. One of the things that Scale Motorsport is best known for is our line of carbon fiber decals. We have the widest range of carbon fiber decals in the world, from 1/12 scale all the way down to 1/48, in a twill weave pattern, plain weave pattern, basket weave pattern, and a high def pattern. We have an extensive line of modeling tools, some of them very exclusive, such as our grab-it sticks. We also have a complete set of what we refer to as polishing sticks, which is a complete line of micro mesh polishing system from 3200 to 12,000 grit. It's laminated to a polystyrene backing. You get 30 sticks in a pack. Our grab-it sticks are a simple plastic stick with a dental wax on the end of it that allows you to pick up small parts for painting or for gluing. Sometimes a tweezer doesn't work very well or is dangerous, so it's just a slight touch, and you can pick up and reposition the part as needed, and won't scratch the part if it's freshly painted. Some of our tools we decided to put into one complete box as a sampler kit. That's what we call the toolbox. And in the toolbox you get a sampler set of our polishing sticks and our grab-it sticks, and we also have stainless steel saw blades and scriber blades.
Well, this is truly an eye catcher. You have to tell me about this model, Matthew.
Well, this was a model that was designed by someone that's done some of our photo etch design work in the past. And he entered it in a local contest. It got photographed by one of the industry magazines. And as soon as I saw it, I just flipped out and I thought, you know, that's a piggy bank. It's what we're referring to as a Grand Sport piggy bank. It looks like it's going to be a ceramic casted piece. It could be a resin casted piece, but whatever it winds up being, it'll be the only Corvette you can actually save money with.
Okay, Matthew, now tell me about these products you have here.
Sure, these are a standardized product for us. We've been selling for several years. They're very popular. They're very simple display stands, and they come with glass and mirror. You paint them, you paint the ends whatever color matches your car display, and they just snap on and snap off. We have 3 different designs: the I-frame, the X-frame, which allows you to orient the glass and the mirror in 2 different directions, and the V-ramp. And again, they simply snap right off or snap on. Next, we have some samples from our photo etch line. We have an extensive line of photo etch products for Tamiya plastic models and Revell plastic models. In this particular case, we're featuring a Ferrari 312T and a Wolf 1/12 scale photo etch sets for the Tamiya corresponding kits. These are very, very large photo etch sets for 1/12 scale cars. Many of our other photo etch sets are for 1/20th and 1/24 scale kits. Today we now have over 135 different SKUs, and we're distributed nationally and internationally through Stevens International and MMD Squadron. We also sell direct to hobby stores around the world, and we sell direct full retail over our website. Scale Motorsport is to model cars what Mopar is to Dodge, or what AMG is to Mercedes.
So Matthew, tell us about what your company slogan is.
At Scale Motorsport, we like to say build something, and we want you building model cars with Scale Motorsport parts.
So build something, use
Scale
Motorsport. Well, one thing that's a lot of fun at the iHobby Expo is kids get to come and make and take all different kinds of projects. Right now, there's the giant insect, but they also have a lot of other kits that kids can build and take home. It's really cool. am standing here with David Bernstein, who is the Scoutmaster for the Boy Scouts at the iHobby Expo. And I think this is wonderful what you guys are doing. You guys come here and volunteer your time and service to help the kids. Tell us a little bit more about what you do here.
Well, the boys do get service hours when they do come here and help out. Plus, at the end, they'll get a little prizes at the end as well. But the service hours is what they need. And the fun time and to teach the other kids. You can see they're all having fun.
What's wonderful if you guys are always giving to the community and you guys are giving back, and you know, it's a win-win situation because you know, you guys are a great organization.
Oh yeah, we back in January we help out the New Horizon, the handicapped kids. We'll make Pinewood Derby cars for them, take it there to them and let them race it and paint it, and they have a really good time with that.
Well, I'm here at the iHobby Expo, and who do I bump into? Yet again, it's Doug Blaine with Bachman Trains. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Welcome to our booth here at iHobby Expo. We're happy to have you visiting at Bachman, and we are anxious to show you all the new products we have for 2011.
I'm excited too. I was excited last year, and I'm even more excited this year. Thanks so much. Well, we're going to take a look.
It's a pleasure. Come on aboard.
Well, Doug, show us what you have here.
We have plenty of great new products for you in our Thomas & Friends line. In addition to our sets here, which are complete ready-to-run sets, train, track, and power pack, we also have this new Knapford station. And this is great for kids and adults who want to show their trains coming and going and passenger activity on their rail line on the island of Sodor. These are two new locomotives in our Thomas & Friends line. It's Donald and Douglas, the Scottish twins. We also have the windmill here, and that is operating. It's electrically operated by connection to your power pack. We always have exciting new HO scale sets. This happens to be a Civil War set. We have North and Southern editions to commemorate the start of the Civil War 150 years ago. These sets come with horses and cannon and period rolling stock and locomotives, and they're just a great set for any collector and historian of the Civil War. This is a track pack for someone building their first railroad. It's a complete track system with a great layout on the back. It comes with a DVD to show you how to lay this out, and the track plan is also here with the dimensions. It fits on about a 4 by 3 foot sheet of plywood. Everything you need is the track, the switches, the electric wires. You just have to hook it up and snap the track together and get your first railroad in operation.
And you can't go wrong. You got the DVD to help you out.
That's right. We like to make things easy at Bachman.
You know, what do we have here in N-Scale, Doug?
We have two great new locomotives, brand new tooling. We have a 210-2 Light Mountain as well as an RS3 locomotive. Both of these locomotives are DCC equipped. That's digital command and control for speed, direction, and lighting.
Now this would be the Schnabel.
This is the Schnabel car. This is the largest HO scale car ever produced. It is absolutely huge. It is used for carrying heavy loads like transformers, industrial equipment. It is an amazing sight if you see one of these in real life. This is new in our standard line. We have 4 locomotives in both sound and non-sound versions. What's unique about these is that they are economical sound systems. We call them value sound. And it's a great way to get easy sound out of the box. This is our new EM1 locomotive in the Spectrum line. It's a huge new steam locomotive. And what's a little bit different about this is that it has a speaker installed already for the customer so that when they want to add a sound module, it's easy to do. You can lift off the tender shell and just plug in a new sound module. As I said, it's a huge locomotive, lots of model railroading power with this model. Similar to our HO scale EM1 is this ON30 Stearns Heisler in the Spectrum line. This also has a speaker installed already for the customer so that they can drop in a sound module for a full featured set of sound options. This is a brand new locomotive in our O-gauge line, Williams by Bachman. It's all new tooling, has a die cast construction for the locomotive, and it just has great details. And I want to pass this off to this young man here to let him know how heavy this is. Go ahead, grab onto that locomotive. I think you better use 2 hands. There you go. How's that feel?
Really heavy.
Really heavy?
Yep.
So that's coming this fall. It'll be here by the end of the year. Williams by Bachman.
Doug, it's always a pleasure to talk with you here at iHobby. I'm always excited to see what Bachman Trains is doing. They have the latest in technology, and everyone is always amazed to see what you guys have next. Thanks so much.
Well, we thank you for visiting us here at Bachman, and we love to share our products with your viewers at what we like to call Bachman Station. You can be sure we'll have lots of new arrivals for you every time you come to visit. So hopefully we'll see you next year in
Cleveland. So all aboard, come aboard. Join us at Bachman Trains. Well, I can't believe it. The time has went by so fast, but we had an amazing time at the iHobby Expo. We'll see you again real soon. See you later.